Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. In the headlines, construction of new bridge across the Macale River continues on schedule. Police detain teenage boy as they investigate murder of Dangriga man, and managed fisheries access policy to be launched next week. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories coming up after these messages.
Would you like to know more about the flora and fauna of Belize? Do you enjoy gardening and need some tips? Then tune in to The Garden Show with Belize Botanic Gardens every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, only on the National Channel. Hi, I'm Chelsea Rain. I'd like to tell you about the biggest thing to hit the local real estate market, the Belize Real Estate Show. Whether you are a real estate agent or property owner looking to rent or sell your property, the Belize Real Estate Show can help. We offer high-quality production with stunning slideshows, voiceovers, cinematic videos, and even an extended walkthrough hosted by yours truly. Call the number on your screen and allow all our viewers to dream of renting or owning your property.
Here now is the news in details. A new bridge is being built across the Macale River that will link San Ignacio and Santa Elena towns. TNC News recently visited the construction site, and we found that work continues on schedule. Mayor Earl Trapp spoke with TNC News about the construction.
If you notice, we have some heavy constructions in the back going on, and most of the pillars are up already. After this, it's just to get the prefabricated slabs and place it on top. This bridge is slated to be completed by the end of March next year. And of course, this will be the main entrance into Cayo. People now traversing through Cayo, transporting heavy materials, will be able to use this most of the time. Those big trucks and buses will traverse this area instead of passing through downtown San Ignacio.
What will it mean to your municipality to have this additional bridge linking Santa Elena, San Ignacio?
Well, there are advantages and disadvantages. One of the advantages is that it will eliminate the congestion, the heavy congestion in downtown San Ignacio areas. But two, it's a shortcut into San Ignacio and bypassing San Ignacio. But we don't want tourists to bypass San Ignacio. We want them to come into Cayo, so we will have to work something to invite them into our downtown San Ignacio, and of course create more economic activities.
The contract for the construction of the new bridge across the Macale River was awarded to Cisco Construction Company. The bridge is being built at a cost of just under $20 million. Sustainable fisheries is at the heart of a new policy which goes into effect on Wednesday of next week. It is called the National Expansion of Managed Access, which will see Belize's territorial waters falling under the new policy. According to a government press release, managed access was piloted at two sites, Glover's Reef Marine Reserve and Port Honduras Marine Reserve, since July of 2011. After a series of extensive consultations with fishers, fisheries management will now be strengthened through a national system of secure tenure for fishers to fish in designated fishing areas. In January 2016, more than 4 years after the successful implementation at these sites, fishers were licensed for a maximum of 2 fishing areas and an optional area designated for deep slope fishing. Managed access seeks to secure fishing grounds and empower fishers so as to ensure sustainable fisheries. The Belize Fisheries Department and its partners will continue to work closely with key stakeholders in order to ensure the effective expansion of managed access as per Cabinet approval which was had on May 19th. A team of Belizean medical practitioners will travel to the Republic of China, Taiwan next week to receive training on kidney disease and dialysis. The general practitioners and the 2 dialysis nurses from the Carl Huchta Memorial and the La Loma Luz Adventist Hospital will travel to New Taipei City for the training, which runs from June 13th to August 12th. The training for the Belizean medical officials falls under the recently signed Project for the Prevention and Control of Chronic Renal Failure in Belize. The purpose of Renal Failure Prevention Project is to treat the patients at the early stage to prevent the exacerbation and effectively reduce the socio-economic cost of the whole society. Dr. Glenford Jones from Carl Huchta Memorial Hospital is hoping that upon his return to Belize after the training, he plans to share his knowledge with other healthcare workers and patients on how to prevent and control chronic diseases. The Renal Failure Prevention Project between Belize and Taiwan had been signed and implemented from February 10th this year. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. We will have more of the day's stories for you right after these messages.
That deals only happen once a year or only on special occasions. Walk into any one of our Central TV and Internet offices to get free installation, free modems, and free MyTV subscriptions. Visit us whether you're in Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio, or Benque, or give us a call toll-free at 0800 Cable TV. Central TV and Internet. Bundle and save.
Bundle and save. Central TV and Internet.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of MyTV is it costs as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. MyTV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
Welcome back to the 9 o'clock news. Police in Dangriga have detained a 16-year-old boy as they investigate the weekend murder of popular local artist, 35-year-old John Rodriguez Jr. According to police, Rodriguez was fatally wounded late on Saturday night during a shooting incident at a gaming establishment on Havana Street in Dangriga town. Initial police investigation shows that Rodriguez was in the establishment playing one of the electronic gambling machines along with 3 other customers when 3 men entered. One who was armed demanded that the cashier open the door to where she was. However, when she refused, he attempted to kick open the door but was unsuccessful. The gunman then fired a single shot in the direction of the 4 persons who were playing the machines, grazing 38-year-old Stanley Venai on the left side of the neck and hitting Rodriguez on the left side of the face, causing the fatal injury. Investigations continue. There was exciting women's softball action this past weekend in Esperanza Village. Our sports editor, Raynord Garbutt, has a recap of yesterday's action on the diamond.
The Raymond Garbutt Senior Cayo female softball competition continued on Sunday with games played at the Joan Garbutt Stadium in Esperanza. In the first game, Unitedville crushed Capital City Emeralds with a lopsided score of 25 runs to 3. Nikita Perez picks up the win while Dominga Tut takes the loss. Game 2 was a keenly competitive game featuring the Belmopan Bandits and Camalote. It was a fairly competitive game right up until the final innings, which crucial errors allowed the Belmopan Bandits to score winning runs in the end. The final score was 7 runs for the Bandits, while Camalote scored only 3 runs. Lanisha Jones was the winning pitcher, while Shandy Oriano is credited with the loss. The nightcap featured the home team Esperanza Wolverines taking on Roaring Creek Grace Kennedy. The strong pitching of ace pitcher Leandra Guy kept the Wolverines off the scoreboard. In the end, Roaring Creek Grace Kennedy blanked the Wolverines 6-0. Leandra Guy picks up another victory, while third-string pitcher Marina Ku takes the loss for Esperanza. The update standings show Roaring Creek in first place with 8 wins and 1 loss. Unitedville is in second place with 7 wins and 2 losses. The Belmopan Bandits team is in third place with 6 victories and 3 losses. Esperanza Wolverines and Camalote are tied for fourth place with 3 wins and 6 losses each, while the Capital City Emeralds are winless in 9 outings. The competition moves to Unitedville this coming Sunday.
If you would like to watch the games played on Sunday, you can tune in to the national channel on Tuesday afternoon, beginning at 1 o'clock. British soldiers continue to use the jungles of Belize as a staging ground for training exercises. They recently wrapped up one such training alongside the Belize Defense Force. In a two-part series, we take a look at BADSUB training in Belize as reported by the British military.
The jungle is one of the most challenging environments in the world. Its dense canopy, relentless heat and humidity make it the ultimate training ground. A place that puts every soldier to the test. This is Belize, in the heart of Central America. An A Company from the 2nd Battalion, the Princess of Wales's Royal Regiment, have come here on exercise, Lion Warrior. Most troops that arrive in Belize start off at Price Barracks. Sitting outside the country's main airport, this is home of the Belize Defence Force and the British Army Training Support Unit Belize, or BADSUB. In recent years, the British element has been scaled right down, but in the past, this was a far busier base. It has a long history. When the country gained independence in 1981, British troops stayed at Price Barracks to patrol the border and protect against the threat of Guatemalan invasion. In 1994, the British forces handed over duties to the Belize Defence Force. The base remained a home to 25 Flight Army Air Corps and host to all kinds of large-scale exercises. It became a major hub for training, with 5,000 square miles of primary jungle on the doorstep. BADSUB became the home of the British Army's jungle training, supporting many exercises. The Royal Engineers exercised Tropical Storm and some 3,000 personnel that used to come here every year. But by 2010 it was announced the whole place was to be mothballed. By 2011 the 70-strong personnel that were based here were reduced to half a dozen. Things may have wound down since then, but the training hasn't stopped entirely.
So in 2011, the decision was to draw down BADSUB and put into what's called a mothball state. From there then, there's only 6 permanent staff maintaining the facilities and the training areas. And from then, all we've had is 1 infantry company coming through and doing training here in Belize, doing jungle, low-level tactics. We're still at the same manning levels of 6, but there's been an increase in the last 12 months of training here in Belize. And I think the main reason is because in UK there's getting few and few places to train, and the opportunity to come and do training out here is just fantastic. It's completely different from what we used to, and it's a great place to train. At the moment we train on private land owned by an American who's kindly let us train on his land, which is called Manatee. But there's lots of the training areas that we used to use from previous to 2011, so it's all here. Lots of people think Belize is full of jungle. It's not. We've got everything from savannas to waterways to thick primary jungle and secondary and jungle as well.
Despite the reductions here, demand for training is now on the rise. The visit schedule for next year is already filling up, but there's no sign the base will ever return to its former glory. When it was scaled down, many sections were mothballed. In parts, it's still boarded up and run down. Everywhere you look, there are signs of the barracks' far busier past. The quarters that were once full of families are now just used by visitors and the 6-strong personnel that are stationed here. Just a small community remain, but it's a posting, they say, they still enjoy. WO1 Dave Carlin is BATSUB's second in command and also the admin officer. He's had to adapt to a different way of life out here, working in a very small team.
Being a member of the permanent staff here is flexibility. With there only being 6 of us, we still have to carry out the full range of tasks that are expected of any unit. Some days you get up and you don't know what's going to happen. It's all about, to be honest, the 6 of us mucking in, getting on together and getting the job done.
The base is now mainly used by the Belize Defence Force, and they often assist troops on exercise. The relationship between the two countries remains strong. Lieutenant Claudio Quiroz was able to spend a year at Sandhurst before taking on his post as an engineering troop commander. He says it's been a great opportunity.
It was awesome. It was definitely an experience I'll never forget. It's helped tons. It's helped tons. The British Army, the history that the British Army has, it's a long military tradition. Also the experiences, the professionalization of the British Army was something that I definitely benefited from, and I was able to bring back to Belize with me.
Even so, the impact of the changes at Price Barracks has been felt far beyond the wire. BATSUB used to contribute £3 million a year to the local economy. Many locals wait eagerly for the troops to come through.
It's changed a lot. You walk in there, it's not the base anymore. You have like 6 guys, that's it. It's not the same. And a lot of people that was working there, a lot of people still don't have a job. I really hope. When I heard that guys are coming, my fingers are always crossed. I hope they're not gated, you know, because that's my living. That's how I live.
Fortunately for many, with infantry and commando units looking to diversify their skills, moving on from mission-specific training for Afghanistan, the base is getting busier.
In our next newscast, we will take a look at the actual jungle training which the British soldiers take part in. This is the 9 o'clock news on TNC 10. Still to come, a look at the weather. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Rain. I'd like to tell you about the biggest thing to hit the local real estate market, the Belize Real Estate Show. Whether you are a real estate agent or property owner looking to rent or sell your property, the Belize Real Estate Show can help. We offer high-quality production with stunning slideshows, voiceovers, cinematic videos, and even an extended walkthrough hosted by yours truly. Call the number on your screen and allow all our viewers to dream of renting or owning your property.
Weekend moisture carried over to the start of the week, but it was still a warm day in many parts of the country. Here is the forecast for the next 24 hours. And that is a look at the weather with information provided by forecaster Ronald Gordon at the Belize Weather Bureau. To summarize the news, here are the main points again. Construction of new bridge across the Macal River continues on schedule. Police detain teenage boy as they investigate murder of Dangriga man, and manage the fisheries access policy to be launched next week. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a good evening and a good night.